through a book haul. Since making my last book haul video, have had a birthday, which means I was gifted some books, gift cards, and then I treated myself to some books. So we're going to go through what I've purchased since my last book haul. And then as you can see, I got some new bed sheets from IKEA, so hopefully you like them. So to start, we'll start with the book From Blood and Ash. This book is a fantasy, romance, vampire book. And if you like enemies to lovers, or friends to enemies to lovers, I guess, yeah, I would classify it as that. This series is for you. I wasn't anticipating loving it as much as I do. I'm all caught up on this series, and I listened to the audiobooks, and I wanted to have it in physical copy so I could read it. So, highly recommend. It's a long series. There are currently 5 books, with a 6th one on the way later this year. But I cannot stress to you enough how worth it is. So, that is me starting that collection. Now, in the same vein, I found this at the bookstore, which is a compendium by the same author for this series and the other series she has called Flesh and Fire, which I believe is kind of within the same realm as these books are, and they're like prequels, and they kind of expand on the lore of some other characters. I haven't read those yet. They're on my list though. And this book just has art and different expanded lore kind of things for that series, for both of them. And the book was on sale for $8. So I thought, what a steal. I'll pick this up as well. I'm also realizing these say special edition on them, and I don't entirely know what that means, but now, and in the same wheelhouse, with the same author, Jennifer, you know what's up, lady, I picked up the first book of the Dark Elements trilogy called White Hot Kiss. Now, I haven't read this book yet, but knowing that I love her work so far, and there's something about kissing the enemy on the back here. It's hard to read because the book's kind of shiny. Let me see. A sinfully hot demon. Dang. Tattooed sinfully hot demon. So, if you're a fan of tattooed sinfully hot demons and kissing the enemy, this might be for you. In my book review, if I get to this in time, I'll include this and we'll see how it is. So, and again, this is like a nice floppy paperback, not too stiff, and it smells delightful. Okay, so moving on from that author, we are going to go into the Bonds That Tie series. Now, I have talked about this series before a couple times on my channel. Once in a book haul when I had bought the first book, and then in my book review video for the year, I believe I talked about this as well. This is a paranormal reverse harem romance that's like kind of enemies to lovers. And I'm a huge fan of this series. I have a fan art account that I make fan art on Instagram. I won't be linking it because it has my identity and stuff, but at one point I have drawn the characters of this series, and I really thoroughly enjoy it. It's probably one of my favorite series, actually. And I, using Libby, just got the audiobook for the first book again, so I can listen to it in my commute to work, so I can reread. Then I have the third book in the series, so I've been slowly buying them when I get a chance. I think out of all of the books, this one was my favorite because North, the character on the cover here, I think is my favorite character in the series. So, but it's hard to choose. I love all of them. But yeah, if you're into paranormal, reverse harem that are like kind of enemies to lovers, this one's a good one for you. And then finally, we have the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. And I believe this is the second book in the series. Yes, Crown of Midnight. So, a great, nice and floppy book. And I am, as you may know, an ACOTAR fan, and so I am going to read Throne of Glass eventually, but I've been slowly kind of collecting the books so that when I do kind of start, I don't have to make a mad dash to purchase all of them all at once. I can kind of spread it out. So I have Assassin's Blade, the prequels. I have Throne of Glass, I have Crown of Midnight, and then I also have Heir of Fire. And it's crazy holding this book in my hands, knowing that this isn't even the biggest book in the series, and it's like over 500 pages long, 551 pages long. So that's crazy, but also, as of me recording this video, I read a 555-page book in one day. I was up till 5 a.m. last night. So, yeah. It's weird holding this in my hands, seeing that I read that much in one day. That's kind of an insane thing to do as an insane person. So. But yeah, so I haven't read the series yet, but I'm collecting them. And I think I asked in my last video when I should read Assassin's Blade, because it is like kind of the prequels, because I've seen some people online say to read it before you read Throne of Glass, others say to read it, I think, after this book. I'm not entirely sure. But I think I'm going to wait and read it after this book because people say that that's the best time to read it. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. Oops. So these are all the books. I don't think I'll be able to fit all of them in here, but we'll kind of stack. And there we go. So those are all my books for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.